Today's discourse from Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj reminds us of a profound truth. Saints have the unique vision to see divinity in all things, even those that seem worldly to us. While we often get caught in the outer appearances, saints perceive the inner essence, God who dwells in all. To illustrate this teaching, we will also reflect on a beautiful, miraculous moment from the life of Sri Ramana Maharshi, whose silent presence and luminous awareness revealed divinity in the most ordinary moments. Everyone possesses the emotion of devotion, for, broadly speaking, devotion is nothing but deep liking or love. Liking for worldly objects is due to body consciousness. People instinctively like worldly objects and are devoted to them. Unless this liking is diminished, devotion to God will not arise. So the first step in the Bhakti Marga is to remember God's name selflessly without expectation of any fruit or reward. The last stage consists in being completely unaware of the body and of self. The body is to be preserved and protected for the sole purpose of attaining God. It is better to die than to live solely for passion and the pleasures of the senses. All our religious festivals, like the birthdays of the divine incarnations and the anniversaries of the saints, aim at creating love for God. Even if we have no love for the divine to begin with, we seek to create it by making such offerings as we would to a living, loved person. There is a reciprocal relation between love and such offerings. Such offerings bring us closer to God and enhance our love for Him. It is common for a mother to dress her child with the best clothes and trinkets she can afford because she enjoys doing it, although the child itself may be feeling uncomfortable in them and may even protest against them. Similarly, we try to heap offerings on an icon of God for our own pleasure. Otherwise, what does God lack or want? Saints see the divinity even in sense objects, whereas we seek sense pleasures even in icons of the divinity. For instance, we praise the elegance of the sculpture of an idol or the beautiful architectural design of a temple. Our mind being full of sensuousness, we notice even divine things from a sensuous viewpoint. On the other hand, the mind of a saint is all occupied with God, and so he sees God in everything. It is said that one can see God Rama on completing 13 crores of japa of Ramanama. This requires a dozen years or so to complete if one spends 10 to 12 hours every day in japa. With such intense longing and perseverance, one's mind naturally becomes thoroughly charged with Rama. Meditation on nama never goes waste. Only we should take care not to expend it on any material desire. Meditation on nama should be purely for the sake of nama itself. One afternoon at the Arunachala ashram, a devotee brought Sri Ramana Maharshi a damaged statue of Lord Ganesha, asking if it could still be worshipped. The trunk of the idol was chipped and the devotee assumed it had lost its sanctity. With his gentle, compassionate gaze, Ramana looked at the broken idol and said calmly, "He who sees God in this form will continue to see Him, even if the form is broken. He who sees only the form will lose interest when the form is damaged." Then he added, "It is not the idol that matters. It is the devotion in your heart. God is not diminished by a broken trunk." In that moment, the devotee realized how deeply Sri Ramana saw divinity in all things, not in their outer form, but in their essence. Sri Ramana Maharshi never needed elaborate rituals or external shows of worship. His presence was itself a temple, and his silence conveyed what thousands of words could not. For him, even a tree, a stone, or a simple gesture could reveal God if looked upon with the right awareness. This is the very truth Maharaj speaks of today, that saints see God where we see only form. Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj teaches us that true saints see God in every aspect of life, not just in temples or scriptures, but in every leaf, stone, and even in our everyday experiences. Sri Ramana Maharshi lived this truth, showing us that when our minds become pure, the whole world becomes a temple. Let's not seek divinity in appearances, but train our hearts to see God in all. That is the path of saints. That is the path of love. Let's continue our journey together, chanting Nema, practicing devotion, and learning to see with the eyes of the heart.